Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan.T here, and I'm with the main man, the co-host with the most, Mr.
Mid Retro 727 in the building, man. We back, man. Ryan.T's
Yeah.
podcast. Been a minute, but we back, guys. We got some movie reviews and some news and
Oh
we're
yeah.
gonna talk some shit too.
Hell yeah. Today, ghouls and gals, we've traded our beers for coffee and blunts because this is the morning show, ghouls and gals.
Good morning, USA.
We're out here
Yeah,
early in the morning. I had as of recording this, I had the day off. Thank you, government holiday, Labor Day.
for real.
I had the morning off, so we instead decided to sit down and shoot the shit and talk about the world of Hollywood. Before we get into that, man, what did you do this weekend, man? Did you enjoy your 3-day weekend? Are you currently enjoying your 3-day weekend?
Bro, I got back from LA on like
That's
fucking
right.
Wednesday morning. And then I flew in on a fucking red eye and I had to go. I flew in, I got home at like 6 and I had to
Uh,
clock at 8, bro. So I was so
damn.
like so like Thursday and Friday are just like a blur. Like I just went to
Uh,
bed, but Saturday I chilled. Yesterday I got out the house, went to a barbecue,
hell
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Um and watched a couple movies, man. We had to do the review, so there's so much stuff out there streaming, and I'm glad there's so much stuff out there streaming because the theater is kind of dry right now for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was
Either
like,
either that or we go to the movies a shitload. I think it's probably both. I think it's
I
probably
think,
both.
yeah, yeah, it's both. I mean, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's what fucking September, right? Wait, is it September?
Yeah, we're September.
Wake me up when September ends.
We're
Yeah,
already getting into spooky
September.
season.
So yeah, it's gonna get real spooky out here, but
Yeah.
nothing really crazy is coming out this month. Like
They had the invitation. They had the invitation, which came out,
I,
which is like
I
a
saw
vampire
that.
movie. Did you see that? How
Yeah,
was
I
that? Was
did.
that good?
Um, you
Or
know
was it
what?
like CW style?
Yeah, it was CW
It was
style. It was
CW
CW
style.
style.
No,
It
no,
was.
no tit action, no tits action, no like we're naked, we're doing vampire sex.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm wait. There's a lot of sexual tension in that
Because they're
movie.
vampires. They're like the
It's all
horniest
vampires and
supernatural
shit.
creatures. They're always fucking and drinking blood. There must be some sort of like aphrodisiac and fucking blood or something that gets these motherfuckers horny as fuck. Because every time Blade pops in, they're having like some sort of fucking orgy and they're like listening to fucking Immortal Technique. They're like, ba 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 ba, na 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 na, and they're like fucking like fucking banging and shit. It's fucking crazy.
As soon as Blade shows up, they're like, "Oh
That
fuck,
right?
man,
The record skips.
fuck,
They're like fucking
party's
Blade.
over. Fuck that.
Blade's
Let's
like the
go."
5-0, right? They're like, fucking Blade's breaking up the goddamn party. They're like, motherfucker.
All the like Marvel vampires, just like they're like sitting around. There's like, yeah, no news about a Blade reboot. We're good, man. We should
Yeah.
be good for summer.
Morbius is chilling in the fucking club. He's just like, I hope Blade don't come up in here and fuck
Yeah,
it up.
they're like
he's like,
Morbius. Who gives a fuck? Who cares about Morbius?
he's
He'll
like,
be
I'm the
fine. He's not
living
even
legend.
a vampire. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, speaking of that, was okay? So Morbius or the Invitation? Which one is better?
Oh wow, yeah, they're right up there. They're right up there,
Are
man.
they? I haven't
Yeah,
seen the. I've just seen the trailers
yeah.
for the Invitation.
It was you know what? I was a little inebriated when I was watching it, so I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It was like a lot. It was almost like the so bad that it's good type
Really?
deal. Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, oh man, this is bad. The main guy, he's like pretty charming in the movie, and
The vampire dude.
she's kind of clueless the whole movie, but
She's hot though. The main chick is
but
hot.
she is, man. I
Yeah.
was like, this is like a Meghan Markle biopic or something.
Right. Yeah. How she got inducted to the royal fucking family and shit.
Yeah, bro. It was dope. And then like halfway into the movie, it just goes like no, towards the third act, like the end of the third act, it just goes left. And it just goes like full like Dust Till Dawn. Like,
Really?
yeah, yeah. It was enjoyable. It
It
was
was
enjoyable.
enjoyable. I
Yeah.
heard I read in the trades, if you want to call them
Uh-huh.
that. I
It's
read
trash. It's enjoyable trash though.
really. I heard that they're gonna release a R-rated version of it for home streaming because the one in
Um,
theaters is PG-13, right?
yeah, I think so. Cause like I said, I don't remember seeing any boobs in here. Like there
Yeah.
was a whole lot of like chicks walking around and you know Be a
I
lot
was
of.
reading on Bloody Disgusting that they were like, oh, we're gonna release an R-rated version of it, like for VOD and
I
streaming
don't
and
know
shit.
why they didn't just do that to begin
That's
with.
what
It's
I
a
was
it's
saying.
a
Why just
vampire kidnapping vampire wife thing. The whole like wife of Dracula type shit lore. Like that.
yeah.
That's fire. Like why would you do
Yeah,
PG?
if you have an R-rated version of a movie,
Yeah.
release that version of the movie.
Imagine Interview with a Vampire, but PG-13.
Yeah, that'd be
Why?
stupid. And I hate
That-
the idea. I hate the idea of that, like studios and stuff. Like I know the mindset. The mindset is like, well, we release it PG-13 so everybody can watch it. But
yeah.
in doing that, yeah, you do open it up to a bigger market of people, but you make it shitty and people don't want to watch it. A bigger market of people think it's shitty.
You just reminded me. They did like a full fucking neck bite, fucking rip out or whatever, and
And
there
no
was no
blood.
blood. No
Yeah,
blood.
that's
No
bullshit.
blood.
People
That shit
bleed.
was
That's what happened.
He was even like he was just like this. Ah.
Yeah, like a red
Oh.
handkerchief hanging out of his hand. He's like, ah.
Ah.
Yeah, man, dude, I wish we were back in the days of like the hard PG-13, like the 80s PG-13, like the fucking
Yeah.
Lost Boys and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that where like it was PG-13, but you're like, nah, this shit's kind of rated R a little bit. You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck?
The one of the first movies that really made me hate PG-13 was the reboot of RoboCop.
What's going on? What the hell are you doing here?
Gonna play good cop, bad cop?
Nah, Daniels. Bad cop, RoboCop.
What did he say?
Because
the one with what's that guy? The
with
guy that
Batman.
played the guy that played Freddy Krueger comes out in it, right? The reboot Freddy Krueger.
Is he? Is that the
Yeah,
guy
and
he
Gary
played?
Oldman comes out in it too, right?
Yeah, Gary Oldman and Michael Keaton is in it. Yeah. And then that guy. It was it was all right, but I was just like, why is there no, RoboCop, that shit, like when he
Oh,
died,
he didn't even have it. He had like a Batman suit too, didn't he?
yeah, they gave him kind of more of like a
Like a
fucking
Power Rangers Batman suit.
they gave him like a Marine Corps
Dude,
mech suit.
that movie was so trash. Why did they do that? Now you're like unlocked a hidden memory like in my brain, dude. Like now I remember sitting in the theater watching that RoboCop movie like when I was in high school or something. And like I remember I had previously just seen the original RoboCop because I was like young. I was a young kid. I was barely getting into movies. And I remember like I was like, oh fuck, this one's gonna be cool, like the other RoboCop where they were shooting people in the dick, and I'll buy this for $1. And like I was like, oh cool. And I was sitting there watching it with my friends, and they had never seen RoboCop, and they were like kind of like, this is all right, and I was like, no, this is not all right. The other one was way better than this one.
Yeah, that was such a disappointment. I bought like the toys and shit. They had like the toys from the new RoboCop. I was like, oh, I'm getting this. I bought the toys and shit. And I went to the theater and I was like, no. I was like, where's the fucking car at? And then, oh, here comes this motorcycle. I was like, motorcycle? I'm like,
and they didn't even kill him hardcore. Like in the other one, they fucking gunned down RoboCop. They're like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. Murphy was just like, he was like quadriplegic at the end with all that gun. Like, there's just too much gunplay.
Yeah, he was like red paste, like on the floor, like just like a pool of blood. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna turn him into a RoboCop. They're like, okay.
Bro, and then like remember in like part 2, they chopped his ass up as RoboCop.
Oh yeah.
Chopped his ass up and threw him in front of the fucking police department.
The
Like
one thing I thought was really funny about the first RoboCop is that it does that thing that all the 80s movies back in the day did, and where like you have this your main hero, the hero is like this big unstoppable force who's been kicking ass throughout the whole movie, but then at the end of the movie he's getting beat up by fucking Red Foreman. Like every fucking 80s movie did that. They would have some old middle-aged man like beating up like the Predator, for example, Danny Glover, fucking Red Foreman beating up RoboCop. Like they had like, I hated that. I fucking hated that. I'm like, that would never fucking happen. RoboCop would kill this old man. Like he would beat up Red Foreman hardcore.
Yeah, definitely, man. They definitely like were, well, some of them were definitely lacking in the cool villain department. You know what I'm saying?
He was cool though, but I just feel like why not get like some fucking Zangief fucking Street Fighter looking motherfucker to fight RoboCop, not fucking 97-year-old Red Foreman.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it doesn't match. It doesn't match.
Same thing with Danny Glover. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Danny Glover's gonna beat up the Predator. Danny Glover and fucking Gary Busey are gonna beat up the Predator. Okay.
Yeah, if the villain is smart, then it's usually like a middle-aged old guy. It's
Yeah,
like it is. It's like, it's like,
He's like, I play chess. I'm smart.
It's like some little bitch that it just gets away at at the end, and you just have to kill him.
Like
he's getting
now,
in.
like now, who are our old guy? Who are our old guy badasses? Like we have Sylvester Stallone, fucking Liam Neeson, like people that still look like badasses. You know what I mean? Like Sylvester Stallone is more ripped than I'll ever be in my entire life, and he's 90 years old.
Hey, the Samaritan, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Yeah, but
Okay, yeah. Stallone's still doing his thing, man.
yeah.
That's
Speaking
crazy.
of that, yeah, dude. You know what? Yeah, let's get into that. Sid and I over the weekend we checked out Samaritan. And speaking of Stallone, man, like I gotta say, man, like Stallone, like this fucking guy, man, he's like what, like 70 something years old, right? Like at least at the far end of 70, right? Like he's an older fucker. This
Might
guy
even
is
be older than that.
he
Shit.
might even be close to 80, dude. He might be close to 80. You know what? Let me look that up right now. Hold this Sylvester
Let's
Stallone.
pull it up.
But
Let's see how old Sly Stallone is.
but yeah, dude, he is fucking a brick shithouse, dude. That guy is ripped like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Did he who directed it? Stallone. I feel like he didn't direct this, right?
No, Stallone didn't direct this, though.
Yeah, he didn't direct this, right?
Sylvester Stallone is 76 years old, dude.
76 years old.
76 fucking years old.
Wow. Man, and Stallone looked good in this fucking movie, bro.
Yeah.
I was really surprised with this. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, man, Stallone's old. He's playing a superhero, like the underdog superhero. I'm like, oh man, I don't know about this one, man. We gotta check it out. And
yeah, this could have very easily been very Redbox quality, very like Tubi, Shark Side of the Moon type shit. And I mean, it was to answer your question, this was directed by Julius Avery.
okay.
Let me see, what else did this guy direct? I don't know what else this guy directed, but yeah, that's who it's directed by. But yeah, man, this movie had every right to be super shitty, very like bargain bin. It could have been a steaming pile of Stallone. But it was actually okay, man. It was okay.
Yeah, man. I went in with low expectations, and
Me too.
what? Let's just see what's going on, man. See if Stallone still got it. And
Yeah.
Stallone does not break away from his character.
No, he's like just Rocky. He's just Rocky. He's like, hey,
Rocky.
I'm the Samaritan.
No family, and you know what I mean. And I like in the beginning of this movie they kind of like set up their own lore. Like the first like 10 minutes of this was just like them setting up this whole little backstory and shit that they just wanted you to get familiar with. And I thought that was like so corny and cliche, but at the same time I was just like, well, if you're trying to build the universe in fucking 90 minutes,
Yeah, 90
this is what
seconds.
you're gonna need to do. This is what you got to do to fucking build
It
it up.
was that beginning thing that they did with like the like scribbly comic book thing. It was it was very like Marvel in like the mid 2000s. Like it gave me like Punisher vibes. Like it gave me like Daredevil Punisher vibes. And like that's one thing. That's one thing that I found really interesting in this movie. It like kind of like did not like give any fucks. It was just like, yeah, we're gonna steal from this movie, we're gonna take it from this movie, we're gonna fucking totally rip off fucking Unbreakable because fucking who cares? And then like all right, fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever. I mean, I didn't care. I didn't really run into it too much, but I was kind of like like the thing that when they were doing it in the beginning, I was like, this is cool. I like this. And I was like, this feels very like 2000-y. And I kind of dig that. Like this kind of feels like a movie like Sylvester Stallone filmed like 10 years ago, but they're like, we're going to release it now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it just definitely had like a nostalgic feel to it, man. This, I feel like I really enjoyed this movie. It feels like it was a nod to like an 80s or 90s movie.
For sure, for
sure.
sure.
You have like this is definitely a superhero movie. You know what I mean? It's like it's more like the underdog superhero movie.
He kind of sucks a little bit. Yeah, he kind of sucks a little bit, right? Like he's kind of like, well, like you know what I mean? Like just because he's old, you know what I mean? Like, he sucks because he's old. Like he's super old.
It's just like the whole thing's like, oh, there was like two super powerful brothers, but now like one died, so like the other one just doesn't do shit anymore.
Sabretooth and Wolverine.
It's like the city kind of went to hell. You can kind of see by that you know what I'm saying, because of this shit. Like now like Detroit is Detroit, and it's kind of their fault because they kind of fucked up
Is
the
that where they're at
grade.
in Detroit?
Yeah, I definitely think they're in Detroit.
For a second, I thought they were in New York, but yeah, that makes sense too.
No, man, New York's not that abandoned, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Yeah,
shit. As soon as when I was watching this, I was like, oh yeah, this is like in Detroit. This is where they shot like Don't Breathe. This is where they
yeah, they
shot
shot
like.
8 Mile.
Whenever I see these, I'm like, okay, this is Detroit. They got like I think they give them like a filming discount is when they go to
They're like,
Detroit.
please,
Like
please come to Detroit. Please come to Detroit.
perfect for like urban scenery, urban dilapidated, hood shit. They're like, oh, we can just go to Detroit and
Speaking
take
of
over this whole fucking abandoned block right quick. But yeah, I
performances, what
like
did you
the
think of that little kid?
location. I wanted to say I like that they like the new superhero movies, they don't include the kid in it.
No,
Like this was like a throwback. The kid, I really did enjoy this kid. He did a really good job.
he was
Um
okay.
yeah, I liked him. He was charming and stuff. I like I feel like they it could have been a little bit better, but I feel like the writing like he was trying to get into that character, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
so he was like, "Oh shit." You know what I'm saying? I was like,
yeah,
"See, this is like 80s and 90s shit where like the kid is in adult situations and he's chilling and he's cursing." You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's like the little kid. I like that they told the story through like the kid's eyes, at some point with it, to where like they made him a main character in here. With the Marvel superheroes nowadays, they don't really make the kid a main character in it. So
Yeah.
I was like, and this is dope. This is Rocky and his son all over again.
Pretty much. Except Rocky's son was a fucking whiny bitch. Oh my god, Rocky's son was such a fucking bitch, dude. Oh my god, I hated that
No, no,
character.
no. Remember, have you ever seen that movie Over the Top where he's a truck driver? He's like,
Yeah, he's like, it's a switch. Yeah, and
yeah,
he's like,
that little kid's a whiny bitch too, bro. Why does like Stallone always get like these little whiny bitch kids?
yeah,
And
he's
he's
like,
always
hey,
like, you have to
bitches.
toughen up, like you
Yeah,
can't
you
be a
gotta
bitch or
toughen
anything.
up. But yeah, dude, I just remember Rocky's son in the movie where Rocky boxes for the last time. I think it's called
Yeah,
Balboa, right? I think it's called
yeah,
Balboa. And the
yeah,
son is like such a fucking little like limey bitch. Like he's like, hey,
yeah,
yo, dad, you can't go out there boxing again. You're gonna get
yeah.
knocked out, dad. And he's like, hey, yo, son, I didn't ask you shit, okay?
Yeah, he like Rocky's like stalking his son. He's like his
Yeah,
son wants
he's
his son
wearing the
turns down
Samaritan outfit.
so hard. He had to show up at his job and shit. And
Uh
then start pictures of him. I was like, yeah.
he Rocky's there in the alleyway wearing the Samaritan hoodie. He's there in the rain, like,
Bro, yeah. This is definitely like cliche Stallone in
Yeah,
his
oh for
back.
sure. Yeah. This is like Demolition Man, shit like that. Like this is very it's very 90s, very throwback to the 90s. I dug it, man. And going back to that little kid in the movie, I know him from Euphoria. He plays the little kid in Euphoria. Like he's a
Oh,
little
that's
drug
the little
dealing
one
kid in
who's selling
Euphoria.
drugs and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's him. And I
Uh,
was tripping out because like they didn't give him like a lot of dialogue. Like 90% of his dialogue was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god. What?
yeah.
Huh?" And like that's not his fault. You know what I mean? Like that's not his fault. But I did like that he was like kind of this he reminded me of like Tim Drake, Tim Drake Robin. Like he was very this little kid was very like a detective kind of. Like he had that whole string board trying to figure out like who Samaritan was and what happened to him. He was going around asking
He
people.
put down his like little Dirk poster.
Yeah, and he was like, "Pfft." He's like, fuck little Dirk. He's like, fuck little Dirk. He's like, we fucking with Samaritan in this house, not little Dirk, little
He was
bitch
like,
ass
"Fuck
Dirk.
little Dirk, boom," and I was like, damn, what, you don't listen to rap no more? Because
Yeah,
fucking
he's
rock
like snitch ass.
oh with that, bro. What you trying to say?
He's like, I'm out here listening to country music with Stallone.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that shit was funny, man. I love the villains in this movie. They were definitely cliche
Yeah, they're
villains.
really they're
But I
almost
did like
calling out like some rap people, right? Like they were almost like poking a little bit of fun at like some like rappers, man. Like, did you catch
oh,
that a
yeah,
little bit?
the little goons. Yeah, the little dude, the little rat face boy.
Yeah, the little kid from Hannah Montana, Rico from Hannah Montana. He was out there looking like Little Pump 6ix9ine.
Yeah, he was doing a great job. He killed it, man. I fucking hated his little ass in this movie.
Yeah, I wanted to snap his bitch ass out.
Yeah, I was like, please just like backhand him with your bulletproof lunch pail, please.
Yeah. But and then the other guy, what'd you say? The other guy, he looked like a buffed up fucking J. Cole. He did like hardcore.
Bro, he looked like J. Cole on steroids. He was like this big ass J. Cole dude. And he was trying to oversell it. He was like, "We found him, he's back. He's
Yeah.
alive." I was like, bro, nah, bro, you need to work on that. You need to work on that shit. Because he
Even
was trying
Stallone
to
was like, "Hey, take it down a notch."
yo, you need to take his acting up a couple notches because J. Cole was not doing it, man. He was, you know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck. But I like the great value Michael Shannon that we had in
Oh
there.
yeah, the main guy, the main villain. What was his
With
name?
the little-
Cyrus. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was out there looking like the fucking what's that fucking stupid ass band that came out in that movie fucking Chappie. What is that band called? Diane Wood.
FK Twigs or whatever.
Yeah, he was out there looking like a techno guy and shit, looking like the great value Michael Shannon. But yeah, what did you think about the villain of this movie?
You know what? I thought it was so cliche because if you took a picture of him,
Yeah, oh, that's the
you'd be
bad
like,
guy.
okay, that's the bad guy. Huh? A snake tattoo. He got his face tat. He got a faux hawk. He got you know what I'm saying? He has a cool lair with arcade video games in there and
The
fucking
RoboCop game.
all the kids. And I love that too. Like he had like an old school like hangout spot where like all the delinquents came. It's like
Yeah, he
almost
was abandoned
almost like
Chuck E. Cheese.
like the Foot Clan had their own little setup and shit. You
Yeah.
know, with you know what I'm saying?
And
Like
he
he
was
had
like
his own
buying
little,
everybody burgers and shit. Like if he was like fucking Shredder in the 90s, he's like, "Hey, but the Foot Clan, come here."
yeah, he's like, we're all part of family. She's like, don't you fuck with my family. I'll fucking kill you and shit.
What was that
Yo,
girl's deal? Were they having sex or what the fuck was that? Were they boyfriend and girlfriend? Were they kissing
no,
cousins?
I don't know. I don't know. She was she definitely wasn't feminine. So I don't know if she, maybe she was bi or some shit. You know
Were
what
they
I'm
on
saying?
some step bro,
I,
step sis type shit or what the fuck was
you know,
going on?
it's PG-13, so it doesn't matter, right?
Was that PG-13?
I feel like it was.
Right.
It
They
had
didn't
to
say
be.
like
It's a
fuck.
kid in the fucking main movie. Yeah.
They
This
didn't
is
say like
definitely
fuck and stuff,
13.
right?
Oh, he did. There was no blood in this movie, and he was punching people's face like he would kill people, and then you would see
Yeah.
like boom, and you'd be
Yeah,
like,
that's
damn,
true.
kill them for real, for real. Oh shit!
Oh
Like
no,
it's pretty.
Stallone did say fuck. He did say fuck. Remember when he got run over by the car? That was fucking cool. I like that scene. That was
Yeah.
cool. Where he's like,
And
"Are
the
you
kid,
okay?" He's like, "Fuck no."
he's like, fuck no. I was like, bro,
Yeah, that was
yo,
cool. And I
somebody
like
get
that
him
he
a
was all
hot
like
dog.
that, and he was like, that
Yeah,
was
he was
fucking
like
cool.
breaking his arm back in place and
Yeah, that
shit.
was dope.
She was
I
like,
like that.
I knew it was you. I was like, oh shit, this is
And I also like that they put in their own like kind of like again lore where they were like, oh, if he
yeah.
gets hurt really badly, he starts to overheat and he starts to have basically a heart attack because he's an old motherfucker. He's like, "Well, heart, oh."
Yeah, I like how they conveniently had like a water spout.
Yeah,
Like towards the end of the movie, he's like human torching it, and then
yeah.
it's like, oh, there's a water thing right there. Boom! You don't even got to move him. He's just
He's
like,
like, "Give
right
me an ice
there.
cream. I have a popsicle in my back pocket. Put it in my mouth."
I hear the ice cream truck.
Dude, yeah, I couldn't help but laugh. I couldn't help but laugh at that fucking part. Wherever he was on the floor and he was like, "Oh, oh."
Yeah, that was amazing, bro.
I was like, Stallone, what the fuck? I was like, what? I was like, what are you doing?
yeah, I love the cliche villains. Like if you lined them all up, you got like the street punks, and then you got the main villain, and then the side chick villain. The main villain chick. Who's
It was pretty interesting, man. Like I was saying earlier, it's like a Saturday morning cartoon, like come to life, dude. Like it's a 90s Saturday morning cartoon starring one of the greatest 90s, 80s action stars of all time.
Exactly.
I really dug the movie, man. I like what they did with it. I mean, obviously it's a movie that has like a lower budget. It's kind of like a it's a direct to streaming movie. And
Right.
I dug this, man, and they also kind of like left it open so they could make a second one. And I
Right.
honestly wouldn't mind seeing another one of these, man. It was a decent little like quick superhero action movie. I mean, as long as you don't expect too much from it, I mean, it's not gonna get nominated for a fucking Oscar or anything like that. I mean, it's
Nah.
cheesy. Yeah, it's cheesy. It's cheesy. It's dated in the best way possible. You know what I mean? It's
It
just
has
a
a
fun, quick movie.
dope plot twist in it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
The plot twist is really cool in the movie. That's one thing. I don't know if you want to get into that too much, if you want to spoil it, because I feel like people who haven't
Let's
seen
not
this
spoil
movie,
it because it's not that great of a movie, and I feel like that plot twist really kicks it up.
that like amps it up, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, because now you're like, oh shit, it's going down. You know, it
But
kind of
yeah,
it kicks it up a notch, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I feel like they really tried to do something special here, and it has its own little charm, man. I really do, I really dig it.
it's a quick little fun movie, man.
For sure, for sure.
I think I'm gonna have to end up giving it a when I reviewed it, when I did a written review of it, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. But I think I'm gonna bump it up to like 3 out of 5. I dug this one, man. It was a quick little fun action movie. It
Mm.
wasn't like it didn't overstay its welcome. Stallone is as good as fucking ever. If you're a fan of Stallone, you're gonna like this. If you like superheroes remotely, even a little bit, you're gonna kind of dig this. I mean, it's
Mhm.
fun, man. It's a fun little movie, man.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd give it a 3 because I would definitely tell people if you like Sylvester Stallone and you like superhero movies,
Mhm.
this is definitely you're gonna get both. Those check 2 boxes right there.
Yeah, yeah, for
This
sure.
was a dope movie. It was really, I mean, it was a good movie. It was really good to see Sylvester Stallone at 70 something years old on the screen
76.
doing this thing, man. 76 years old, playing opposite with the kid again, being the old Rocky Stallone character up until 2022, man. This guy's been making movies since the 70s, man, and he's still doing it. So for that alone, man, it's worth it, man. Go check it
Definitely,
out.
definitely.
Samaritan, stream it now. You know what I'm saying? It's better than a lot of other movies out there. I'm gonna tell you that one because we got
Oh
another one
yeah,
that's viewing shit. Whew.
yeah. And with that, Ghouls and Gals, that'll lead us into our next movie,
Mhm,
Me Time, which is another movie that's on streaming Netflix,
mhm.
starring Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. That's right, Ghouls and Gals. We're gonna be talking about Me Time. So Sid, that you can start this one off. What did you think about Me Time? You saw it more recently than me. So
Yeah, I did. I saw it more recently than you. You know what? I was like, let's check it out because these are two big names right here. You got
yeah,
Wahlberg, you got Kevin Hart. On paper, and it's a comedy.
should work.
This should be good. This should be
Yeah,
decent.
should
You
be a
know what I
million
mean?
dollar movie.
Yeah, and an exclusive too, right? It's what on Amazon. What is it?
Netflix.
Netflix. Yeah, Netflix exclusive. Kevin Hart. Why not? Press play, right? It's still in the
Have they
top
ever been
five.
in a movie together?
You know what? I don't know. I was thinking that, but when I started watching this movie, I don't think they have.
No.
I don't
He's
think
been in
they
movies
have.
with like Will Ferrell and shit, but not Kevin Hart.
Yeah, not together. Not together because
Yeah,
the
no.
chemistry here is not it. This chemistry between Kevin Hart and fucking Mark Wahlberg is not there, man. This movie seemed forced. There were some parts of the movie that were funny, and it was only because of Kevin Hart and like the physical comedy
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? The fish out of water whole shit for him. It's always going to be funny when you have a character that's not used to being around that
The
surroundings
Odd
and
Couple type
they're
thing.
being enthused. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but fuck, this was fucking terrible, man. What did you think?
This movie is so bad that it made me drop my blunt. Jesus Christ.
Oh
Uh
shit.
no, but yeah, Me Time, it is it is a comedy film at its most like generic. Like it has no originality. It has nothing of like real substance. Nothing that kind of makes me say like, "Oh, this movie stands out from all the other movies that are just like this." This movie is the typical run of the mill like I'm a middle-aged guy and I have an awesome life, but like something is missing. I need
Yeah.
something else. There's something missing in my life, and it's not my hot wife or my kids or my amazing job. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Or my wacky friend who just
Yeah,
can't see me.
yeah, they always have a wacky friend. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then going on to the Mark Wahlberg of it all.
Uh-huh.
Mark Wahlberg is very like fucking wooden in this movie. He reminds me of his performance like in The Happening where he's just like, "What? No." He like reminds me of that kind of.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep.
What? No.
And like he's kind of trying to be this like Ryan Reynolds like type character and it doesn't
He's
really work for him.
definitely he's trying to do his inner Ryan Reynolds. I'm a fun party guy. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Let's have
Yeah.
fun. I'm up Mark Wahlberg. We're here with Kevin Hart.
Why
Let's
why
have
didn't they just
fun.
give Ryan Reynolds that part?
He was
Wouldn't that have
busy.
been better if it was Ryan Reynolds?
And Kevin Hart, probably, but
I would have probably kicked Kevin Hart out of there too. I would have got like who else would have been funny?
The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
The
You
Rock
know
and
what? The Rock and Kevin Hart would have been good in this. Like
They're
just
always good
yeah,
together.
yeah,
That's they.
because they're
They I
actually
think they've
friends.
done like 2 movies. They just did the new Super Pets, right? So like before that, they did one. Like they're good together, the chemistry. But this one, man, the chemistry was just not there, man. Mark Wahlberg was not funny in this. He didn't the like the scenes would like if you wrote the shit down, like if I wrote the shit down, it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? They're like,
No,
oh, Mark Wahlberg, Kevin Hart meets up with Mark Wahlberg, and Mark Wahlberg is totally naked by the pier, and everybody is
yeah, he's
skinny.
like, hey,
That's not
dude,
funny.
look at my
It's not
cock.
funny. He's like, you're not wearing any underwear. And they're like, neither are they.
Ah!
He's trying to be a wacky friend, and it's just not believable. It's just who cares? Like it's not. It doesn't work
Speak-
for me, man.
Speaking of the whole wacky friend thing and the thing in the beginning of the movie, like the way the movie starts is like really weird. Like it kind of just like fucking starts and they're jumping off of a cliff, and
Yeah,
I guess it's supposed to be like in the past, and it's like his 22nd birthday. And I
yeah.
remember like I remember
Yeah.
what I looked to my girlfriend and I was like 22 what? Beers that they've drinking? I was like, Mark Wahlberg is not fucking 22 at fucking all. I was like, they better not be fucking trying to push that shit. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, I was like, what are we doing here? But I guess that's like in the beginning. I guess that was supposed to show like their bonding
It
moment,
just
like
threw out of
saying, like,
place. Like it just was real out of place.
yeah, it was like this was supposed to show them like bonding, like, oh, I'm doing it. Oh shit, and then the birds and shit. Oh my god, I'm getting You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's man, it's not funny. It's forced. I don't know who wrote this shit, but it seems so weird. The Jewish hit woman,
Oh
that
yeah.
shit terrible, terrible, out of place. The Asian
Jimmy
booking
Cho, his
or
name's Jimmy
whatever,
Cho in the comedy guy.
terrible.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck, bro? This shit was it was just bad. My favorite part was the mountain lion. I love that
Oh
part of
yeah,
the
that
movie.
was funny.
The
That
mountain
was pretty
lion.
funny. Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. That's the thing, like you know what I mean? Like Kevin Hart, like he's not funny now, but he used to be funny. So like every now and again, you're like, oh fuck, like that, yeah, man, yeah. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, there you go. You're like, yeah, I remember you used to be funny. What the fuck, you know?
Yeah, he's just good and like he's always like scared or like what's going on? What's going on? I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like he's always put in like uncomfortable situations. He got attacked by birds, attacked by mountain lions, fucking crazy shit. So it's just like
Or he
funny to
like
see.
gets or he has to get real serious, and he's just like, come on, man, we have to do this, and my family. God, come
Yeah, exactly.
on.
I just need time to decompress. Come on, man. Just give me some time to decompress, man. I gotta soak this all in. It's so dumb. When he fucking when Mark Wahlberg like got his golden chariot crushed, the fucking
Oh yeah,
shitty van or whatever, and the
that was
guy just
actually
kept
pretty
ramming
funny.
it over and over
That was
again.
pretty funny.
I was just watching it with a blank face, like, wow,
That just
this.
like that just made me laugh because it was just like okay, finally something. But the movie, man, and the movie like
Like, okay. I was just like, okay, and then they tried to be serious, like he was so upset or whatever, and I was just like, no,
yeah,
nah,
man.
man.
And then they have Regina Hall like in this movie, and poor Regina Hall, she deserves like way better because she's actually funny and actually a good actress. They just have her like in the throwaway like wife character, and she's like, "I'm just here," and then
Just a
like
successful black woman
yeah,
supporting her amazing husband.
and then
Yeah,
like the movie could have really like had an interesting subplot where like the wife is cheating on Kevin Hart, and that would have been cool if it was like actually happening. Or if you know what I
yeah.
mean, that would have made some sort of something happen if he would have been like, oh man, like she cheated on me or like she's cheating on me or whatever. But all of it lasts like 2 seconds. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's like, oh no, I'm not cheating on you. He's like, okay, I believe you.
Yeah, that subplot was so fucking stupid. It didn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Then they fucking ran over a turtle in the process.
What was with
I'm
that?
like,
What the director of
that
this
was
movie
supposed to
must
be
really like
funny,
turtles.
bro. The whole turtle thing. Were you know what I'm saying? Were you laughing? Like you were like,
No, I
this
was
shit
just, I
is
just kept thinking to
turtle.
myself, I just kept thinking to myself, I was like, whoever was involved with this movie, they must really like fucking turtles a lot. Cause they like bring up turtles a lot, like a lot. Like the family has a pet turtle. Their boss has pet turtles. For some reason, there's a turtle at this festival with Mark Wahlberg in them. It's just like I was like, what's with the fucking turtles? I was like, and
Yeah.
this guy trying to be like, hey, let me direct a new TMNT movie, man. Come on, what's up? I
Yeah.
like turtles. You remember that one time when I directed that movie with turtles? They're like, yeah, we know.
It's like Tarantino with the feet. This is
Yeah.
guys just the turtles. Everything's about turtles.
Speaking of aquatic animals, seal came out of fucking nowhere.
Whoa, so fucking random, bro. So fucking random. And I feel like for comedies, like especially like the new age comedies, all of these comedies that we've been having, like they'd love to reference like older songs
Yeah, they
that
always bring out like somebody.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they love to play like DMX, what was that Up in Here? Like they love to, like terrible songs from like yesteryear. They love to play them in comedies and just bring them back
The
to
one
this.
thing that the Seal cameo really made me remember, I was like, man, Seal kind of has some bangers. I was like, Seal has some like bangers, dude. He did the fucking Batman soundtrack, that Kiss from a Rose, that song.
Yeah, but I was like, yo, I never really understood like what Seal was saying a lot of these times. I
Oh no,
remember
he's
that.
just kind of like sexy singing. He's just kind of like
Yeah.
yeah, he's just kind of like doing that.
I'm gonna survive.
Yeah, you're kind of like,
I'm like, what? I'm like, oh
you're like,
shit.
I don't know what you're saying, but like this is alright, I guess. Yeah, I guess okay.
I was like, he was doing the mumble joints. I was like, okay, Seal.
Seal wanted to get in and out of there.
Bro, the Batman, nobody knows the words to the Bat. Yeah, you should be, you're so stupid.
Yeah. And then what I just know the part where he's like, baby.
Everybody knows the chorus, but the other shit,
Yeah.
you're like, then motherfuckers start humming and shit.
Yeah, he's like, hum, da.
There was another comedy where they were singing "Kissed by a Rose" in the fucking movie. Everybody was singing "Kissed by a Rose," and I was like, oh god, I forgot what movie it was, but there's another comedy. Fucking Seal rears his little head in too. Remember Seal got attacked? Remember? It was an Adam Sandler movie where Seal got attacked.
The fuck? It had to have been one of those stupid ass ones where he's like on vacation or some shit.
Yeah, we got.
I feel like that's like every Adam Sandler movie, right? Like now he's like, I'm on a wacky vacation with my family. He's like, woo.
That's what this movie reminded me of. What was it? Vacation? What was the Adam Sandler shit with everybody? Chris Rock is in it.
Grown Ups.
Grown Ups, yeah. This reminded me of Grown Ups. Like great on paper, terrible execution, trash.
What's with that? Why is every movie like with a guy now, like a comedian guy, like they're always like, I'm a bad dad. Ha ha. Like that's like why is that always like the movie? Why is that always the movie? Like that's literally always the movie. Or they're like, or if it's not that, they're like, I'm a like slacker guy in my 30s. I don't know what to do with my life, but I'm gonna figure it out at the end of this movie because I'm charming.
I don't understand my kid. And my
I
kids
just don't understand them. But I'm also a kid. Like I need to do some learning. Yeah, like or something. Like what the fuck? Do something else, dude. What the fuck?
That's the comedy, bro. These bro comedies things. That's what it is. Like it's a. I mean, since like was it Step Brothers, right? Like all of these,
I love Step Brothers.
Whole back and forth with the Rock and Hart, Kevin Hart, and Will Ferrell, and like they just keep fucking matching all these people.
Yeah, me time is like if they just like got a bunch of people in a room like Hollywood writers, and they're like, write the most generic shit ever and go, and then just for like Kevin Hart, okay, Mark Wahlberg, okay. We film tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, okay.
They're like, all right, we need about 6 zany situations for them to go through. So, all right, what do you got? Run over a turtle. Okay, let's use that one. What about Jewish hit lady? All right, let's do that. Shalom. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just all over the place. Let's do a glamping retreat in the middle of the desert, and then we'll have her like fire flamethrower. Like,
yeah, it's so generic-y. It's so dumb. I just didn't like dig that at all, man. Yeah, I really didn't dig that at all. Like I mean, like you said, there's some at some points you do laugh because again, Kevin Hart is kind of funny sometimes. But other than that, I mean, other than like 1 or 2 times where I kind of just like mildly chuckled, the movie doesn't do a fucking damn thing for me. I mean, it's just very generic, middle of the road. It's almost not even something that, I mean, It's almost like background noise. Like you can almost barely just put it on for
This is
background
this
noise.
is definitely like a filler movie. This is like
Yeah.
filler, like studio movie filler. Let's knock this out 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Like this is not a classic by any means. This is definitely. I wouldn't even watch. This was tough to watch. I watched The
Yeah.
Samaritan, and then after that, like the next day in the morning, I watched this, and this was tough to get through. This was tough to get through. I was like, this movie thinks that it's more funnier than what it actually
Oh
is.
yeah,
Like, it
definitely.
really thinks that these situations are really hilarious and zany and wacky, but this shit just doesn't hit. It misses a fucking comedic mark for me all the way, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to just give this one like a 1.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah, this is and that the 1.5 is purely for Kevin Hart's performance. Like
Yeah,
that's
for
it.
that,
That's
yeah, for
that's
that
the
one
one and a
time they
half.
made
He
me
earned the
laugh.
1.5, and the rest was it just didn't. We couldn't get to 2 or 2.5 because
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg did not provide anything to this movie, man. It's crazy. Even the supporting cast was weird. What was the girl, the Asian chick or whatever? She was funny. She was like weird, but it just felt odd.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was
I
funny,
was
but
like,
she
where
was
did
like
she
in a
come
whole
from
other
again?
movie.
Huh?
I don't remember her name. She was like the Uber driver, right?
Yeah, I know. I forgot where. I was like, forgot how she even got into the situation at some point.
Yeah,
I
they
was like,
called an
what?
Uber. They called an Uber because their car got destroyed or some shit like that while they were like leaving like this
Mm,
thing. But yeah.
yeah, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what a turd fest, man. This was one of the worst movies I've seen all year. This is up there.
Yeah,
This
this
is
was up there,
definitely
dude.
top
Yeah, this is
five.
honestly up. This is
Top five.
honestly up there. So speaking
Yeah.
of that, dude, what now that we're close, we have what 10, 11, we have 3 months left of the year.
Yeah.
What what are your like top
Morbius.
what are your like top 5 like worst movies that you've seen like this year so far?
Definitely Morbius is up there.
Morbius,
Yeah, Morbius. This is up there too.
Me Time,
Um, damn, what else did I leave the theaters going? What the fuck was it? Oh, Uncharted. Uh,
Uncharted.
yeah. What else we got too? There's a couple, man. There's a couple, but those are definitely. Then that was another thing. Mark Wahlberg was in Uncharted, right?
Mark Wahlberg was also in Uncharted as well.
Yeah. It was fucking trash too.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up on my letterbox, dude. For all you
Yeah, see
movie
how many
people out
because
there,
we pretty much watched the same, like all the
yeah,
all the shit.
I
So
want to say like everything that I've seen, like pretty
I
much.
haven't seen. You said bodies, bodies, bodies. I have not seen that yet. I'm pretty sure that's on your list though.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Dope.
definitely bodies,
No,
bodies.
a lot of people got Nope on their list right now as like one of the
I
worst
like
movies I've
Nope.
seen.
I
I
like
liked
Nope.
it too, but I guess if you compare it to Get Out and Us or whatever, does that saying out of those three, which is the least best film? I don't
Right,
know.
right now, I'm looking at my letterbox and
Mm.
2022. The first one that I see that has 2.5 stars is Kimmy with Zoe Kravitz, the movie where she's like with the Alexa movie. Do you remember that
Oh,
movie?
I didn't see that one. No, I didn't see
That
that.
movie, I remember it being like you know what? Let's read my review, what I wrote on
I've never
Letterboxd.
seen any Zoe Kravitz movie.
Let's see what I put. Let's see what film critic Ryan put. I have to say it's an odd little movie. It plays out sort of like a technological thriller mystery at
Mm.
the start, and towards the middle slash end, it turns into the millennial version of Home Alone. Ah, I do remember that. I do
Oh,
remember that. And when it does, boy, it is hard to take this movie seriously. The film wants to be a sleek, isolated thriller that has its finger on the pulse and ends up
mm.
coming off as a corny, overly hip movie. Main character Angela, who's played by Zoe Kravitz, is probably the most unlikable lead character I've seen in a very long time. She comes off
Wow.
as entitled and whiny and just an all-around asshole. However, I can't say that this is the worst thing I've seen. It is somewhat interesting and will hold your attention for its 90-minute runtime, but that's all you're going to get out of Kimmy, a film that is just barely there. And honestly, that's the highest praise I can give Kimmy. It's okay, and you could be watching something way worse. In summary, Kimmy is a short techno thriller that will be forgotten in about a week. And I did forget about it in about a week. I forgot this movie even came out this year.
Hey, I do that on purpose too. I'll be like, I'm just gonna erase this movie from my memory. Not even gonna say nothing about it. I'm gonna one and done, and that's it. I'm not gonna tell nobody
And then
anything.
the next one I have is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
personnel, please exit immediately.
And we're back, ghouls and gals. We had some sort of hack, some sort of cyberpunk hack that happened. The Zoom went down for a second, so we had to regroup, but we are back. But yeah, man, what were we talking about? We were talking the worst movies of the year. I think we were talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I don't think is one of the worst movies of the year. It's just like not a good movie that came out this year.
Definitely. I can agree with that. Morbius is definitely up there for me in my top 3.
Oh yeah, Morbius is like my top 5, is number 5 on the worst movies. And that's number 5 for me. So number 5, Morbius. Morbius was really disappointing to me because it could have been good, man. Like Jared Leto could have had like a redemption arc, man. He could have been like, hey, I fucked up Joker, but Morbius was badass, right, guys? He could have put a Ryan Reynolds thing where he's like, hey, I fucked up Green Lantern, but Deadpool. You know what I mean? Like he could have had one of those, but he's 2 for 2, bro. Fucked up both of them.
Yep, he's on that Mark Wahlberg shit. 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Last 2 releases, garbage.
And I think my number 4 on the list. Let me see what else I got here.
Me Time is on my list too. That's top 3.
Yeah, Me Time's on my list as well. Me Time has to be like, Me Time's up there. Number 4 for me personally would have to be
But Bodies?
No, Bodies is way up there. Bodies is like way up there. Number 4, you know what? Number 4 for me is The Kingsman. I really wanted to like that movie. I really wanted that movie to be good because I like the series of films. I like The Kingsman and Kingsman 2, but The Kingsmans or Men's or whatever the fuck they call it, starring
It's a prequel nobody asked for.
Yeah, it's a prequel that nobody asked for. And it's honestly, dude, like it's so needlessly fucking depressing. They have like people like dying that don't need to die. They have like a whole story where the mom's dead, everybody's sad, everything's shitty. And I'm like, where's the fun adventure that I like from these fucking movies? Yeah. I was like, I feel like I need to go to a fucking like mental health clinic or something after watching this. I feel like so fucking depressed and shit. I was like, I need to get my shit reevaluated. Like this is fucked up. But yeah, man, like that movie was so needlessly fucking depressing. I really fucking didn't like what they did with that. They had this whole Rasputin thing that I thought was gonna be cool, but it ended up being shitty. But yeah, I did not dig that, man. Did not dig that. So that's my number 4. Number 4 out of 5. That's my number 4 out of 5.
Okay.
And
I didn't see that one. So
yeah, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss out on that one. And then number 3 has to be Me Time. Me Time's number 3. Me Time's number 3. Me Time is definitely number 3. That's a hard number 3. 3 out of 5 worst movies. Me Time, number 3.
Coming in number 3. Fucking garbage ass Me Time. Wow, it's trash.
Yeah, Me Time is bad for all the things that we just said like a few minutes ago.
If you want to see Kevin Hart get attacked by a fucking mountain lion,
just watch the clip on YouTube.
Me Time. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. What would your number 3 be? Me Time as well?
Yeah, man, it was Me Time. You know what I'm saying? More, yeah, number 3, yeah, would be definitely Me Time for sure. I cannot wait to I just want that movie's just gonna be. It's already gonna be forgotten. Like,
next week,
like top 10 streaming or whatever,
it'll disappear. It'll disappear from Netflix.
It's gonna fucking go into obscurity.
And nobody will ever think about that movie ever again. There's nobody ever in the history. There's never going to be nobody in the next 10 years that are going to be like, hey guys, y'all remember that classic film Me Time with Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg? Well, they're making a sequel. It's called We Time.
We Time. Oh god. Yeah. No family. It's just them. Yeah. No.
Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg are in the retirement home chilling. They're like, we're so kooky.
Yeah. I can't find my underwear.
Do not give them any ideas, Sid. I do not want to see a We Time starring Kevin Fart and Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberger.
The burgers.
Yeah. And then for me, my number two film, number two, coming in at number two is Uncharted. Mark Wahlberg striking a double. Striking a double. Uncharted had to have been one of the most boring films that I've watched this entire fucking year. And that's because the video games that the movie is based off of are really fucking fun and they like would lend themselves to like a perfect fucking movie. I love the fucking Uncharted games, man. They're so fucking fun. But yeah, this movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg was just a fucking miss, dude. It was so boring, so dull. You talk about generic me time. This was fucking generic as fuck, dude. Did you watch
Did you
this in
like
theater?
yeah, I did see this in theater. This was they had like the airplane cargo scene, right? He's like
Yeah,
jumping around and
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Oh man, bro, there was one part of the movie where they're like jumping on these scaffoldings and
Hmm.
they're running away. It's like this whole fight run scene and whatever. That shit was like watching Aladdin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah,
It's so fucking terrible, like so bad. It's trying to be an adventure, fun adventure, and it's just oh man. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's 2 for 2. He's on the list right now. He's on
worst
the list.
actor of
Man.
2022,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's always been a bad actor.
pretty
it's just
much.
been be getting it. What is it, Daddy's Home or
Oh yeah,
whatever?
those movies were so bad, and they had two of them.
The comedic thing. They think he's funny. So I don't know. It's
Or he
crazy.
thinks he's funny. One of the two.
One of the two, right?
But yeah, man, Uncharted was just not good. I put it on when it hit Netflix thinking like, man, maybe it'll be all right. Maybe people were just like shitting on this movie just to shit on it. Let me check it out. Let me see what my boy Tom Holland is doing up in this bitch. And I was like
Yeah,
laying down watching this movie and I was like, and like the title came out Uncharted and then this was me.
yeah. Yeah, I walked out of the theater like, wow, that was
Yeah.
no. I was like, oh, it kind of made me want to watch the Tomb Raider reboot.
Yeah, which those weren't
I was like,
bad. Sadly, they're
yeah,
not going to make another one of those. They took too long to
definitely.
make the sequel to that one with Alicia Vikander, and they
Yeah,
lost the rights to it.
yeah, I felt like they could have it should have been like something along the lines of that instead of what this
Oh,
they did with
yeah,
this. This was
definitely.
Uncharted.
Yeah,
Unfarted.
and
No,
coming in unfarted.
keeping video game movie adaptations shitty tradition alive, you
Yeah,
know?
except if you're Sonic, because oddly he has good movies. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
That
But
just
you know,
ought to be.
fucking furry animal, like that should have like God, why can't how can you fuck that up? You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking up Mickey Mouse or fucking up Bugs Bunny. You know what I'm saying? It's like come on.
I actually really like the Sonic movie, dude. Sonic 2 was cool. I like the other one too, the first Sonic one. Those movies are like they should have every right to be as shitty as Uncharted, but they're like actually like okay, they're good, they're fun.
They're decent. Yeah, I don't know, man. The movie adaptations they usually just don't work out, but Sonic hit it on the head.
Yeah,
Hopefully
Sonic.
they do, dude. If they drop the ball with Mario, oh my god.
Yeah, oh, I think they're definitely gonna drop the ball with Mario because it's gonna have Chris Pratt. Oh yeah, and speaking of an honorable mention for the worst movies of 2022, Jurassic
Jurassic
World.
World. Oh my god, we almost forgot about the Pratt and all
That
of his.
one's honorable mention. That one's not number one. Honorable mention.
It's not number one, but it's up there. Damn. Yeah, that's definitely up there, bro. Fucking shit.
It's honorable mention. That movie was like the most Chris Pratty movie I've ever seen in my entire fucking
I
life.
don't want to watch another Chris Pratt movie ever again. Ever again. I'm good. I think that was enough for me.
Or he was just doing that the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy, Blue. Come on. What? You got
Yeah, that
babies?
entire movie was just fucking stupid as shit. The plot was stupid. The whole idea that it was like Taken, but the movie Tekken, but with dinosaurs.
Oh my god. Yeah, whatever. Cash grab. Cash
Yeah,
grab.
that was so bad. That was so terrible. That was really bad.
Dinosaur violence needs to stop.
Yeah, save the dinosaurs.
Let them eat humans, okay?
But yeah, man, that was really bad, dude. Yeah, I think my number one movie that I have to say that was the worst movie that I've seen this year that I literally walked out of the theater like, fuck this movie. This movie is fucking shit. It has to
Mm.
be bodies, bodies, bodies.
Yeah,
I
I had a
fucking
feeling
hated that movie. I hated that movie. I hated everything that it did. And I think I hated it the most because I was enjoying it up until the ending of the movie. Like the ending was so bad to this movie that it made me just turn fucking sour on the entire fucking movie. I was like, man, movie, you fucking had me. You had me for like a little bit, and then you fucking pulled this fucking stupid bullshit on me. Fuck you, fuck you. Like I literally was walking out of the movie like this fucking piece of shit fucking movie. I was literally like angry when I was watching this movie. Like when I left the movie, I was literally angry. I was like, I need a beer. I'm gonna fucking punch somebody. Fuck this movie.
damn like that, huh?
I hated
Yeah,
that.
you know what? Based off of your review, that's why I skipped it. That's why I haven't seen it. But my wife still wants to go see it, so we're gonna go see it eventually. It's
Yo,
still in
yeah.
theater, so we're
Definitely
gonna.
check it out. Definitely check it out. It's worth the watch. It's worth the watch, but that ending, I like what I like fucking
Yeah, fuck, man. That's a tough one, man. That's
Yeah.
There's been some bad movies this year, definitely been, but there's been a lot of good
Oh,
movies.
there's
There's
been a
been
lot of good ones.
way more good movies than have been bad
Yeah,
this year.
definitely. Fucking everything, everywhere, all at once. Fucking shit.
Fucking
There's
yeah,
a lot of good movies, man. I've seen a lot of.
Ambulance. Marcel the Show with Shoes was amazing. Blue
Prey.
Bayou.
Prey was
Blue,
fucking awesome. Prey was awesome.
yeah, Prey. Yeah, Prey was dope
Vengeance
as
was
fuck.
cool. Black
Who?
Phone.
Oh yeah, Black Phone was amazing. Fucking love Black Phone.
Top
Some
Gun
people didn't like
Maverick.
it. Some people didn't like Black Phone. I was really
Oh,
surprised. I
Black
was
Phone
like, I
was
don't know
awesome.
what they were like, what they wanted to,
Yeah, no,
where,
Black Phone was
where they
awesome.
wanted it to go. Like they like,
Yeah. The
I don't.
Northman fucking ruled.
Yeah, the Northman was dope as fuck. Yeah, you looking at the review list right now?
Yeah.
Damn, I can't access my AMC app, or
Oh,
else
it
I'll
doesn't
go
tell
back
you.
and
Oh,
go all
X
the
was also
all.
good. X was cool.
Yep, X was good.
The
It,
Batman.
the Batman was dope as fuck. Didn't think I was gonna like that one. Candyman, I like. Was that this
Candyman.
year?
Was that last year or this year?
Maybe that was last year.
I
Yeah, I
think
think it
maybe
might have
last
been.
year. Licorice
Yeah,
Pizza was fucking dope.
I did not see that one. I gotta
I
check
like
that
that
out.
one a lot. Red Rocket was also really good. I enjoyed Red Rocket. That was cool.
Oh yeah, those came out around the same time. I
Yeah.
didn't see those kind of
And
like the same.
Scream was also okay too. Scream was good
Yeah,
too. This was the year of horror, man. Horror
yeah,
like really came out like clutch.
yeah. Except in October. I don't know why they do that. Like,
Yeah, well, this October, horror is really gonna be like on streaming, man. We got
yeah.
a new season of Chucky is coming out. We got Halloween Ends coming to Peacock. Both of those are
Oh,
gonna be on Peacock, and then we
mm.
have the new Hellraiser movie coming out as well on Hulu. Female
Yo,
Hellraiser.
my brother, he one of the kids at his job, he was like, he was asking my brother for some horror movie recommendations,
Mhm.
and my brother was like, "Why don't you check out Hellraiser 1 real quick? It's a pretty
Yeah, yeah,
decent one."
yeah.
And he said the kid didn't like it, bro. He was like 22 or something like that. He said he didn't like it, and I was like, well, there's not much Cenobite action in there. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
yeah, it's just that guy
there's
running
not.
around like all skinned and shit.
Yeah, but you can't do when you like part 3 and part 4 and all kind of got too crazy with the started getting funny and
Oh
they
yeah,
were
they got really terrible. I think the worst one that I saw was that they had Hellraiser in Mexico and it was like fucking terrible. Yeah, it was like a terrible one. I think it was like it had a new guy playing Hellraiser, playing Pinhead, and it was like a super direct to DVD one, dude. It was fucking bad, bad, bad. It was like really bad.
Yeah, I was like, dang. Yeah, I was like, damn. I was like, we gotta recommend him like something that's really good from the back in the days that'll
Yeah.
still hold. Because a lot of these kids they haven't seen any of those 80s, 90s horror movies, and now it's so like you watch movies and it's not even a horror movie and there's blood splatter all over the
Oh
fucking place.
yeah.
It's just part of the norm
People be
now.
dying
What I'm saying?
everywhere in all the movies.
Yeah, exactly. Splatter, headshots, all of that shit's like
Hell yeah.
now standard shit now. That's just in the movie. So it's like kind of hard to find something that's really, really good that holds up to these kids. A lot of this fast editing and all that shit too.
Yeah,
It's
choppy
a
editing.
very slower pace. It's a slower pace. We're not doing all this fucking chop chop shit. It's like a little different.
Hell yeah, man. But yeah, dude, those are my top 5 for the year. I think for the year, I don't think there's gonna be anything else that's gonna be like fucking terrible. At least I don't think so. But I still have a few
Oh,
months to be.
Beast might be pretty bad.
I haven't seen Beast. I want to see Beast, man. I want to see that.
But I don't really care to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, like
Yeah,
maybe. Like
if I don't get to see it in theater, I'll watch it like on Netflix or whatever the fuck it comes out on.
I might go today. I don't know. I might go see Beast today. I don't know. We're gonna see what the wifey want to do. I just got
Hell
up,
yeah.
so I'm like, all right, I gotta smoke me another blunt, and then we'll see what's going on. It's beautiful outside right now. I'm like, oh
Hell
shit.
yeah. Yeah, I might go out right now too and get me something to fucking eat since this is the morning show, ghouls and gals. But yeah, that's right, ghouls and gals. Like always, I'm Ryan.T, and this guy right here next to me is
Bid Retro 727, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, sticking it out with us, man. Do
Hell
not
yeah.
watch Me Too, or if you want to torture yourself, go ahead and watch Me Time, not Me
Yeah.
Too, Me Time.
Yeah,
That shit.
don't get me too. Don't get
Yeah,
me.
yeah, for real,
Yeah.
right? But yeah. Let us know if you guys are gonna watch either of those. If you guys already seen it, let us know what you guys thought
Hell
about it. If
yeah.
you guys agreed with our rating or not. Did you guys love Me Time? Did you guys love
Or Samaritan.
the Samaritan? Yeah, with the hammer. Ooh.
Yeah. Or also let us know what your top 5 worst movies are for the year.
What's up? Oh
I
yeah,
said
let us
also in
know.
the comments, let us know what, yeah. But yeah, there you go,
Yeah,
ghouls and gals.
let us know if any of your favorite movies this year
Or
made
on
our.
our or on our list. Yeah, I want to hear about that. But
We
yeah,
can
there you
talk.
go.
Let's talk about it, guys.
Yep, let
All
us
right,
know.
man.
All
All
right.
right, guys.
See you on the
Out,
next
man. Ryan.T show, Sid Retro, gang. We out.